Right, we're going to kick things off today with a little bit differently because we have a new guest as Baron is sunning it up in Turkey.
Okay.
One of our sponsors, Tommy Campbell. You're quickly going to run through your Charlton five-a-side team, something we're going to get all guests to do when they come on the show.
Okay, so hi everyone. The Charlton team was very difficult, considering we're such a lower league team, but we have had a lot of legends in the past. So I've gone for the basic: one goalkeeper, one defender, two midfielders, one striker. So I'm going to kick it off with goalkeepers, which we've actually had. This was probably the most difficult part. So, you know, some big up mentions: Scott Carson, Nick Pope, Sam Bartram, former England goalkeeper, Rob Elliott, Ben Hamer. But I've gone for Dean Kiley, one absolute legend of a goalkeeper, full on tracksuit bottoms, baseball cap. You know, he was the goalkeeper when I first started supporting Charlton, and he's probably the goalkeeper I remember the most, especially through the Premier League days under Alan Kirbishley. So I think Dean Kiley was the obvious choice for that one.
What about your one solitary defender?
So this one, again, some big ups. Joe Gomez. Richard Rufus, Bill, who you remember in the playoff final.
Sure do.
Years ago. Luke Young, Herman Hreiderson, Paul Konchesky, Patrick Bauer, who you will also remember, Bill, in the playoff final.
Yeah.
Danny Mills, Cole Jenkinson. But I've gone for another previous England international in former Charlton manager as well, Chris Powell.
Who was also the commentator on Ted Lasso. Just want to point that out there. Yeah.
I've not watched it.
Either.
And also, can I just say, a pivotal part of Gareth Southgate's coaching team during the Euros that we reached the final.
Been about a bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Your two centre mids then? Or your two midfielders not have to be centre?
Mids. So again, we've had quite a few, but I think overall it was quite obvious that one of them had to be, again, former England international Scott Parker.
Yeah.
Don't really like the way he left Charlton, but I'm not really going to bring that into it. Overall, he was a cracking centre midfielder. And the other one was probably one of my favourite players growing up, Mark Kinsella. I don't know if any of you remember Mark Kinsella or not.
That's great.
What about your striker? Because when I said about you doing this, I'd listed so many strikers that you could have had.
Yeah. Strikers, yeah. Difficult. Jason Ewell could have been one of them. Kevin Lisby. Clive Medonka, Bill, who you will also remember from the playoff final.
Yeah, a lot of history.
Jan Kermagant. Paolo Di Canio was one. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Jermaine Defoe was.
Well, you haven't picked any of them?
Nope.
Yeah, I thought it had to be Di Canio.
Who have you picked?
So I've gone based off of their time at Charlton. Hasselbank didn't really have the best of times at Charlton. Di Canio definitely didn't have his, you know, he had his best career elsewhere. So the person I actually went for was Darren Bent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah,
Loves a beach ball.
A lot of England internationals in his five-side team. But Darren Bent, absolute prolific goal scorer. Even when he did play for England, I thought we probably could have used him a bit more. But when you got Wayne Rooney in the team, there's not really anyone that's gonna get in. But yeah, honourable mentions if there is a little bit of time for Hughes and Barron, who is probably listening. There was two former Arsenal loanees in here. The first one for 2014, he played 5 times for Charlton. Francis Coquelin.
Oh, wow.
So he did, yeah.
The fact that he played 5 times, couldn't even get in the Charlton team. And I'm pretty sure
we recalled him.
left,
Did we recall him? And then he got went straight back into the Arsenal team and was just like our main midfielder.
I don't know if that says more about Arsenal or if that says more about Charlton not having a clue who to play.
Yeah, I don't know.
The other one, great player, played 12 times for Charlton in the 2007 season. His name was Alex Song.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, did he?
Midfielder.
Yeah, played for Charlton 12 times, yeah.
Legend.
Conor Gallagher, another great loan, recalled halfway through the season, but one absolute legend of a player he was when he actually played. And Klaus Jensen was the other one I wanted to give a mention to. A particular goal at Highbury when Charlton beat Arsenal 4-2. Klaus Jensen's got an absolute wonder strike.
He scored a few, didn't he? A few like long range goals.
Yeah, Klaus Jensen was a great player.
We'll put that five-a-side team on the old TikTok, and you can let us know if you agree.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion. I got tons of soul on my true collective ball. Famous, also famous, number one.